I've spent hours both on stream and in private doing math to determine whether or not you should upgrade heroes. And in this video, I'm not just going to be going over basic theory or just my opinion. I'm going to be showing you evidence to help you decide whether or not you should upgrade your heroes. And in the event that you do, I'm going to be showing you exactly how many builders you should have on your heroes for optimum benefit. Now, because of the new ranked system, the stakes are higher than ever, so now is the perfect time to master this concept and to make a decision on it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now real quickly, I just want to go over the background information for the current recommendations and to tell you why those were a thing. Right now, I recommended to not upgrade your heroes because you can simply use a hero potion to bypass the hero levels for war. And this was easy given that you could get 3 hero potions per week in the raid metal shop, and that's all you would really need for an entire week. You could also just simply max whatever army you were using in the lab, and that doesn't take too long to reach at each town hall level. Now I recommended that people should completely skip their hero upgrades until Town Hall 17 in last year's video, and that's what I've been recommending this whole time. That being said, having rushed heroes and trying to attack without potions is legitimately not fun. And that was a really big deal for players, even players that I advised personally throughout the year, but it did allow for us to get to Town Hall 17 even within a year, and it allowed us to get good magic item value, which I think was worth it. So why are we talking about this? Well, the problem now is the fact that we have these ranked leagues and offense is no longer the most important thing. In fact, defense is equally as important as offense, and a lot of people have seen in the first week that you've gotten above 90 to 93, 94% average destruction on offense, and you're still not able to promote because of defense. So the question now becomes, should you go ahead and upgrade your heroes for the defensive capability, but in reality so that you can promote in leagues a lot faster? And this is important because we know that ranked leagues are going to be a primary source of ores moving forward, especially in players who are in bad clans or who just don't war as often. That is why I spent hours doing the math and trying to calculate all of this for you. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I found. To me, this question can be answered quite simply by looking at the amount of ores that you could get if you do upgrade heroes versus the amount of ores that you would get if you don't upgrade heroes. To do this, I first went through all of the town halls from Town Hall 7 to Town Hall 17, and I looked at all of the priority upgrades that you would have to complete for strategic rushing. I added the time together to get the total build time that you should spend at each of these town halls, and then I went ahead and did the same thing for the heroes across all of these town hall levels. Next, I created a hypothetical 52-week simulation using the information that I found before with the total build time for the priority upgrades as well as the total upgrade time for the heroes. I went ahead and filled out what town hall levels the player would be at different weeks if we considered Town Hall 7 to be week 1. Now the reason we started at Town Hall 7 is because that's when you have hero upgrades first available, and prior to that there's really no difference in how you would upgrade. I also assumed that the player would have 4 builders by the time they started Town Hall 7 and 5 builders by the 10th week after Town Hall 7. Next, I made assumptions on what league the player would be at as they progressed through that month. Now obviously these are only assumptions, and I know that they're not going to represent every single player, but I assumed that the player would consistently upgrade and promote every single week until they reach the league floor that is 3 town hall levels above them. For example, a town hall 12 would not be able to surpass the league floor of a town hall 15, and that league floor is Witch 2, and honestly I think this is a really reasonable way to assume an upper limit for the town hall. Now this method isn't perfect, but of course I'm limited because I don't have data. We've only been in ranked leagues for 1 week by the time I'm recording this video. However, because we're keeping these rules consistent between the heroes heroes and the non-hero upgrade group, I think it should be good for the results to at least see a trend. What I got is this gigantic chart right here, and this chart specifically looks at the amount of ores that the player would have gained throughout the entire year if they promoted with the rules that we were talking about. As we go to the bottom of the chart here, I want you guys to see that if you legitimately did all of your priority upgrades for strategic rushing and you did your heroes also with all of those priority upgrades, by the end of the 52 weeks you would be at Town Hall 15 and you'd be in Legend League. Now again, I get it. A Town Hall 15 in Legend League, highly unrealistic in the modern game. Again, I was just using the same amount of rules so we could see the comparison between both the heroes and the non-heroes group. The total ores that we got was around 288,000 shiny ore, 17,000 glowy ore, and 357 starry ore. Now aside from the fact that you'd be at Town Hall 15 with near maxed heroes by the end of the 52 weeks, there is another thing that I want you guys to see in this chart. If we zoom in and look at the chart, you'll see that there are periods where the account does not progress to higher leagues, and that is because it is stuck at the league floor of the Town Hall that's 3 legs above it, like I mentioned. And the reason this is happening is that if you use this method, you are going to be at a Town Hall for so long that you'll actually plateau the league that you can get to. Now with all of that information in mind, the question becomes, how does this change when we take into account a player who completely skips their hero upgrades? This chart right here is a summary of that scenario, and it uses the exact same rules that the other chart does. However, there are a few things that I want to highlight on the chart. First off, you're going to be at Town Hall 17 by the end of the 52 weeks. Actually, realistically, you're going to be at Town Hall 17 by the end of 41 weeks, so it's really fast. Second, it says that you're going to be in Legend League just like the other one said, just because that's how we had the rules for promoting. We were considering players are promoting every single week, considering that their Town Hall can, and honestly, that's not really realistic. However, if I had to pick between a maxed out Town Hall 15 being in Legend League and a rushed Town Hall 17 being in Legend League, you have a much higher chance as a rushed Town Hall 17. I am in Electro Dragon 31 League right now, and I eat max Town Hall 16s for breakfast. I mean, those are easy bases for me. Next, I want you guys to take a look at the ores that we have at the bottom. We have 312,000 shiny ore, 18,000 glowy ore, and about 462 starry ore. Now, if you take a look at this chart right here, you can actually see the difference in the ores between the two different groups, and you can see that when it comes to the shiny and the glowy ore, we get about 8% more if we use this method with the exact same rules and promotion. But there's an even bigger difference when it comes to the starry ores, and the reason for this is the moment that you hit Electro Dragon 31 League, you're actually going to be getting 2 starry ores per day as part of your star bonus, and obviously if you're going to be rushing through those Town Halls, you're more likely to get there with this test. However, it might be a little bit inflated, all things considered. Aside from the ores, the other thing that I want you to look at is as we look through these leagues and the progression that the player goes through, you'll see that there is not a lot of stalling, and the reason for this is because if you can promote each week, again, not all players will, but if you can get to the point where you are promoting each week, you'll actually match pace with the upgrades, the priority upgrades for strategic rushing if you don't do heroes at all. And this is no surprise. I mean, if you look at some of the building times versus the hero upgrade times, you will see that at some Town Hall levels, the hero upgrade times are comparable to the building times completely. And at some Town Hall levels like Town Hall 14, it's even more than the building upgrade times. And guys, look, I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking right now, BD, okay, this test, it doesn't have a lot of constants, there's not a lot of controls, it's going to be hard to assume these things, right? And I agree with you. But if you assume that you completely stink, right, and you just, you maintain the league floor, the fact of the matter is you're going to be at a higher league simply by not upgrading your heroes. When we looked at this chart right here, remember that if you don't upgrade your heroes, you'll get to Town Hall 17 by week 41. It won't actually take you that long at all, and because the league floor for Town Hall 17 is a lot higher, you're naturally just going to be making a lot more ores. So mathematically, it is simply faster for you to go ahead and skip those hero upgrades to progress faster through the ranked leagues and try to get more ores. But look, that's what the math says, and this is not a game of mathematics. There is a practical aspect to it. So practically, how do hero upgrades factor in? First off, playing with lower level heroes is just a lot less fun. The game is going to feel really grindy if you're not upgrading your heroes, especially when you get to Town Hall 17 and have to go ahead and catch up on them. If you don't have hero potions or power potions when you're attacking, you're gonna feel like you can't do anything at all. And I recognize that, and I think it's an important thing to mention. And I think all players should make their decisions knowing all of these things and knowing how they want to play on their account so that they could have fun. But aside from this one very big and reasonable con, rushing your heroes has a lot of pros. First off, yes, your heroes will be weaker on defense, but in that time that you rushed your heroes and the time skip that you got as a result of it, you'll be able to get to stronger defenses like the Fire Spitter at Town Hall 17 or the other Town Hall 17 defenses, and these things will make a big difference on your defense. Second, offensively, you could realistically just use one hero potion or power potion, double up during your wars, and then get all of your attacks done at one time, because unless you're getting into those higher leagues, you don't have too many to do. And last but not least, no matter what your stance is on upgrading your heroes, the way the system is built with league floors makes it so that you progressing fast through the Town Hall levels will naturally just propel you into a higher league, and because of this, you're gonna make ores just easier. With all of this in consideration, the potential for you to get ores is a lot higher for a rushed player who does not upgrade their heroes compared to a rushed player who does. And this is a big deal because even though you can use a hero potion for hero upgrades, you cannot use anything for equipment except for a mighty morsel, and guys, those things rarely come around. And equipment is really important. I mean, I can tell you right now, there are a ton of attacks I would love to do at Town Hall 17, but my equipment levels are lagging. I simply just can't do them. So in simple and short terms, having low hero levels does not hard cap your offense, but having low equipment levels does. And thus, it's been a year since the last hero upgrade video that I made, and a lot has changed. The gameplay mechanics have changed, but the recommendations have not. I think it's better for you to skip your hero upgrades. However, does that mean that every player should skip their hero upgrades? Well, not exactly. Although it's more efficient, and I've tried to prove that as much as I can in this video, it's just not for everybody. That's not how everybody should play. Because at the end of the day, it's really up to you and the type of experience that you want to have. My job here is just the messenger and to tell you what is the most efficient way to do different things. And to be honest with you guys, if there was one thing that I would change about the video that I made last year about hero upgrades, it's the fact that for those of you that do want to do hero upgrades moving forward, I didn't leave you with anything or give you any advice. And I want to fix that this year and give you guys something to help you out. So in the case that you still want to do hero upgrades, which is completely fine and up to you, I do have something for you. I've answered the most important question regarding hero upgrades. And that question is, how many builders should you have down on heroes as you do your priority upgrades for strategic rushing? I actually went through and did all the math so you guys know exactly how many builders you need for each Town Hall level that you have hero upgrades, so that you can get the maximum efficiency and finish the building and the hero upgrades at the same time. This entire sheet has tabs that breaks down these ideal builder splits for 4 builders, 5 builders, and 6 builders. The number that's on the chart below the 4, 5, and 6 is the average number of builders you should have on heroes to finish at the same time. And look, if you don't want to look through all of these numbers, I understand that not everybody likes to play the game this way or use these types of resources. Know this, that for the majority of Town Halls, it is between 2 and 3 builders that you want to have on heroes at all times. The only caveat to this is actually Town Hall 14. The actual hero upgrade time for Town Hall 14 is longer than the build time itself, so you will have to dedicate more than half of your builders to heroes to get this done at the same time. Now, this sheet will be 100% free and available for all of you in the description of this video. Please just make sure to listen to this one thing, okay? Just go up to the file, make a copy for yourself, and just take that copy and edit it. Do not request access, please. My email is full of these requests and I'm tired of it. Additionally, if you guys do decide that, hey, you know, I only want to upgrade 1 or 2 of my heroes instead of doing them all, you can just go right here and make adjustments to the number for each of these heroes, and the builder split will automatically update for you. Now, all of that information and those resources are there if you want to upgrade heroes, but if you want to be 100% efficient, you really should be skipping them. That being said, if you don't know the details behind ranked leagues and why we're going to such high extents to try and get into higher leagues, then you're behind already as it is. That's why you need to watch this video right here, where I break down ranked leagues so simply that some people have said this is the most easy to understand guide on YouTube for the topic.